Hey everybody, it's Annette. Today I'm going to do a quick review of the things that I got today. This was between two discount stores. One is a flea town store, one is a discount grocery store. And I'll show you all the things I got for, it was including tax, $90. This covers first aid, health, and hygiene, I guess, and some grocery staples. So we'll just kind of go over some of this. A lot of this was stuff I was replenishing back up on or getting things I didn't have already in my storage. With prices being what they are, I have already pulled 3 copies from my backup supply, so I was able to score some replacement today. It's coffee beans, but that's fine. I'm going to vacuum seal those and put those in the freezer, and then that'll replenish some of what I'm taking, because after the cruise and then going back to work and just honestly not having time to go look for where the good buys were, and didn't need it bad enough to where I wanted to order it online. That's always an option, but I had backup. So that's a good thing about having backup, is that if you need a little quick something, you can go down to the pantry, write it down, and then as you replace it, you keep your rotation going without going down there and like, oops, I didn't keep a record of this. Now I'm out of mustard on Memorial Day weekend. So we're going to kind of go over this, put my little remote down here. I got more of these. Again, the KN95 mask. I use these and other masks when I'm doing the garden work. My husband bought some packs because he does a lot of home rehab and repairs. So he's stirring up a lot of dust, sometimes mold. If he's working with sheetrock, it's good to have this kind of mask. So those were $1 a box. I was out of plant-based protein. Usually after I do a workout, I like having a scoop of this on my points system. 1 scoop is 5 points. Almond milk for per cup, unsweetened almond milk is 1 point per cup. So if I do 2 cups of this with 1 scoop of the protein and a banana mixed in, you're looking at 7 points. This was $5. My husband had a little upper respiratory when we got back from the cruise, and I've been trying not to get it. I've been taking lots of things for that. I still got a little tickle in my throat and a little sinuses going on, but I had run out of Tussin BM. Sit and beat up box, I don't care, $2. I do have some coming in from Walmart, simply because you don't usually see this even at the Fleetown store. It's a lot of Benadryl, which is good to have. I had plenty of Benadryl, but I didn't have any backup Tussin DM, so not to sneeze here. I'm going to use this one, and then when the one from Walmart comes in, it'll just be my backup. Got another bottle of this Pure Moist contact lens solution. This is the size you can take on airplanes, $2. A lot of these medicines and vitamins and supplements were $2 as well. Mucus DM Extended Release, CVS brand. Oh, sorry, y'all. Allergies and rain and a lot going on, but we needed the rain. $2. Vitamin C. This is 1,000 milligrams. You get 300 caplets. I got 2 bottles of this, $2 a piece. And because my vitamin D was low, I went ahead and got... no, I didn't get the vitamin D, scratch that. I got Complete Omega, 3,000 milligrams. I was out of my Omega capsules. I had bought one, I think, from Walmart or CVS. I can't remember where I bought it from. I think it was close to $5 for 1 bottle. A bottle of the salmon oil, Complete Omega, 3,000 milligrams is... it's got 90 soft gels in there, and then serving sizes 2. So I got 2 of these. And it's pop up on my window that's getting on my nerves. I'm going to have to turn off the notification on that one because it's going to drive me back crazy. I found this little thing. You never know what you're going to find at the Fleetown place. AM PM pill case. Whenever we realized that the ship that we were going on was the one that people had gotten sick, I brought the extra echinacea and elderberry supplements, and I had them in tiny little Ziploc bags, which are really convenient for packing. I found this one. This one was like $1, very thin. This will be perfect for situations like that if they arise again, to pack just extra stuff that does not have to be labeled with a prescription label, or you're not worried if they take anything away. I will let you know, the way I packed my medications for the cruise, nobody had a problem with it. So I got to bring everything that I packed for that trip. So I got another one of these little contact lenses because we can always use that for travel. I found these really good. Alcohol antiseptic wipes, 50 wipes. And this is something you could easily pack in your first aid bag, in your first aid bag in your car, first aid bag at home, your little Ziploc bag where you're packing your medications, your seasickness pills, your motion sick pills, all the little random cold medicines that you have. This is good camping, hiking. Take a few packs of this out and it weighs next to nothing. So imagine if you take only a few packs out, then you have alcohol wipes if somebody gets a scrape or, you know, has a stumble or whatever, or if you have to do basic first aid. So I got 3 of the Omegas. I've already told you about that. Those were $2 a piece. Got some panty liners. I keep these in stock always. These are $1 a pack. There are 20 per pack. So I got that. Earplugs. I think these were $1. There are 10 pair of earplugs in here. They're ridiculous expensive. Before we went on the cruise, we went to Lowe's, and Lowe's, we love you, Lowe's, but the earplugs were really expensive. So I think this was $1 or $2. And there are 10 pair in here. They had this, I think this one was $1, Hall's Cough and Throat Relief plus Immune Support. They had me at Taste the Elderberry. So I got some of these. I'm going to keep these in my nightstand drawer. Just one night I woke up when my throat was starting to hurt, my glands were starting to swell, and I've been taking garlic infused honey for that, and I started day before yesterday with some cayenne pepper and apple cider vinegar in a spoon, and that started getting the inflammation down. They're not really as swollen as they had been, but I'm still not out of the woods yet, but for the most part I am. Readjusting to being back in our climate, and then all the pollen washing away and all the moisture. I'm just glad for the rain. Rail, if I'm saying that right, tampons made with organic cotton, 18 super, $2. I keep feminine products here because I have guests who may or may not need it, but I have it. If some, people of age, you might need that product, then I have them here. And then if they run out or if they forget to bring what they need, and the monthly comes along, then I've got the girls covered. I was out of Parmesan, so I needed some of this, and I was so glad I found it at the discount grocery store. $2, 8 ounces, got 2 of them. We do use this. I sprinkle that on salads, sprinkle that on casseroles. It's something that I have to have at all times. I enjoy having it at all times. High potency zinc gummies. There are 30 milligrams of zinc in only 2 gummies. So 120 gummies. This is good for colds too. And one of the supplements that I'm taking has some zinc in it. Slippery elm herb that I'm drinking to help with fighting off a cold. It has some zinc in here, but you don't see this every day. And I went ahead and grabbed it. Nature's Bounty, 120. I grabbed 2 of those. Got another can of condensed celery, cream of celery soup, casserole, 139. This was a good buy. This is Starbucks Christmas blend, 16 ounces, 1 pound. These are the whole beans. These I'm going to vacuum seal as is. I'm going to put them in the freezer, and then later on I will invest in a coffee grinder. $2.99 for a pound of coffee that is not decaffeinated. It's very hard to come by in a brand name. I got 2 of these, so I got 2 pounds of coffee to replenish what I've taken from downstairs. Ketchup was $1 a piece for 23 ounces, 1 pound, 2 of those. I call these butterfly stitches. They remind me of the butterfly stitch bandages, but I got 30 of these. They have the flexible fabric. They got the antibacterial things on there and cushion pocket to absorb. So this is good for finger cuts. I have used this type of bandage before when I've cut my finger, and really should have got maybe stitches, but that's been years ago, and this is not medical advice. This was just me doing stuff around the house, and when you do stuff around the house and you're getting hyper, sometimes you may hit something that breaks and then you got a gash in your finger. So all is well now. It healed just fine, and I was alone at home, which explains everything. But did not have to get stitches with that. Thousand Island dressing. This is a little bottle, but it's just me and my husband here, and I don't use a lot of dressing on there because dressing does have more points. I despise fat-free dressing. For those of you who do like it, I'm happy for you. I can't put it in my mouth. I find it repugnant. $1.19 for the Thousand Island. So instead of going and slathering on a bunch of fat-free something, I get a dressing that I like, or dressings that I like, and then I just go easy on the dressing, just add a touch of flavor. You don't have to drown the lettuce with life preserves. Just a little bit goes a long way. This freeze-dried sour spears isn't nutritious. Seriously doubt it, but I'm fascinated by the freeze-drying process, and I know they say never say never. I don't see it. It's not even on my agenda to freeze dry anything ever, because I've gone to the class and I've heard what it takes to do that. And even though you can do so many things with it, that's not for me. There are people who prep that way and store food that way. That's just not my way. But because my adult married son's candy ball is empty, and he's not going to say anything. He could go without a candy ball. But you know what? When they come home, we still do stuff. Okay, do y'all do that? So I'm going to add to his candy ball, obviously in the bag. I'm not going to let these just lay loose and collect dust. But he likes the sour candies. If he sees this video, sorry, surprise. Surprise. Anyway, freeze-dried sour spears. If you've never tried freeze-dried candy, it's a very interesting taste, and it's not the cheapest thing to buy. These were, I think, $1.15 or something. It was not that bad at all. So I got 2 bags of this. They're 4 ounces a bag. And again, for the candy bowl, I'm going to put this box of Sour Patch Kids in there. My kids are in their early 30s. And when my oldest came over to pet sit, I had stuff, okay? It's just what I do. What do you like? What snacks do you like? What kind of coffee do you want? Or in this day and time, it's just coffee, because I'm going to get what we can afford. But I have things for them when they come. It's like a little homecoming. And I think it makes the house a more welcoming place. And it's just something I've done since they went off to college, and I had to get used to that dynamic. And then they would come back home, and I would have their favorite things home. The candy dish would always be filled up. So I will continue. I'm continuing apparently on this tradition. Sun-dried raisins, 12-ounce box. $1.50. I will probably, I've got some already in the cabinet. I will need to look up what the long-term storage is on this because I did want to get them while they were available because everything's getting ridiculous and you get it when you can afford it and just store it. So I'm imagining not freeze dry, I just said I wasn't going to do that, vacuum seal and put it in the freezer, but I will look online to see what the proper thing is because every product that you store that's not already in a can, shelf stable, just read up on it and find out what's the best way and the safest way to long-term store it. And by long-term, we're talking 6 months to 2 years, depending on what the item is. Coffee will lose some of its strength, and then when you open it, you do have to let it dry out before you use it. So just read up on that if you decide to go down that road. This conditioner was $1.29. Ultra Deep Hydration Coconut Oil, Vegan Collagen, Butterfly Pea Powder. What a cute little name. I have some of this that I got last time. I usually only get like one thing at a time when I'm trying something, but it's in this nice reusable bottle. And it does make my hair really, really soft. So this is actually a conditioner that I like. Bread again, always $1 at the discount grocery store. I got some more of my wheat bread. I was out of the wheat bread. I had to go by Aldi when we returned from the cruise. And they have the Love and Fresh bread. And it's okay. I mean, it'll do. I just prefer something that has some substance to it. The Love and Fresh the wheat has 1 point per slice. But I feel like the Arnold's or anything that's got the whole wheat in there, you'll have to check your points because some are higher in points than the other. These are the small slice. They're 2 points per slice. So that's not too bad. But it just feels like, I guess with the nuts and the bread and the wheat, it kind of sticks to your stomach a little bit better and feel fuller longer after breakfast instead of getting to mid-morning and want to devour things. So you'll be happy if you're a mid-morning snack person with your banana or whatever instead of just being ravenous. This was 16-ounce soothing gel. Use this for obviously sunburns. I use it in my hand sanitizers that I make here. $1.50 for 16 ounces. I grabbed it in a nice pump bottle. I always keep some of those on hand, and we've gone through some of it with a cruise, so it's good to replenish it. Baking soda. I don't know what it cost everywhere else, and I wasn't that thrilled with what I paid for this one, even at a discount store, but I needed to replenish it. It's $1.19 for 1 pound. So it's supposed to be, said like bigger boxes. I don't think they're bigger boxes, but it's 1 pound of baking soda. Baking soda goes a long way. Baking soda is a staple that you kind of have to have. I went ahead and just did it. I went for it. And then I also replenished, they had this gloves, 100 powder-free size medium gloves. I got 2 more boxes of this for $1. Again, gardening, going out to eat buffet. I have many, many gloves, or if I have to do first aid on one of the birds, or if I ever have to end up doing it on a human or whatever, the gloves are there. So multi-purpose, multi-use, great price. These, I think the cheapest I ever found when I was running low was $7.98 on Amazon. So these are $1. So I grab a box or two every time I go on a supply run, which is maybe once every month and a half or something like that, just to replenish some of the back stock. That's what I got. All of that was right at $90. So again, you don't know what you're going to find when you go to discount stores, but if you're wanting to refill, back up, or obtain things that are ridiculous expensive, I'm just feel like my eye just starts twitching every time I go by a gas pump, or I drive by and I see the sign. It's making me bat crazy. I cannot stand that. But I can't control the gas prices, but I can take a little time and comparison shop and get some of the staples that I do need. So that's kind of how my little system works. So I hope that was helpful for you, and I enjoy sharing these things with you. And I look forward to talking with you again on the next time. Love y'all, and I'll talk to you later.